Have you ever read a long passage and thought, is paragraph ka main point kya hai? Or maybe you understand the passage, but when you try to make it short, you don't know what to remove and what to keep. Don't worry, in this lesson, I'm going to show you a simple method to write a perfect précis, even if the original passage is long and difficult. By the end of this video, you'll know what a précis is, how to identify the main idea, how to remove unnecessary details, how to choose a suitable title, and how to write the final précis step by step. So let's begin. 1. What is précis writing? First, let's understand the meaning. A précis is a short and clear summary of a longer passage. But remember, a précis is not simply cutting a passage into smaller sentences. You have to understand the central idea and express it in your own words. For example, imagine the original passage has 300 words. Your task may be to reduce it to about 100 words. You don't need every example, every repetition, or every minor detail. You need the essential meaning. Think of a précis like this: long passage, main ideas, short, clear paragraph. That's the basic concept. 2. The golden rule of précis writing. Here is the most important rule: make it shorter, but don't destroy the meaning. A good précis should be short, clear, complete, coherent, and written in your own words. You should not add your personal opinion. You should not change the writer's message, and you should not copy large portions of the original passage. 3. The 5-step method. Now I'll give you a simple 5-step method. Remember, read, identify, remove, rewrite, check. Let's understand each step. Step 1. Read. Read the passage carefully. Don't immediately start writing. Read it once to understand the general topic. Then read it again and ask, what is the writer actually trying to say? Don't worry about every difficult word at this stage. First, understand the overall message. Step 2. Identify the main idea. Now find the central idea. Ask yourself, what is this passage mainly about? For example, suppose a passage discusses technology has made communication faster, but excessive use of technology can reduce face-to-face interaction and create social problems. The central idea is not people use mobile phones. That's only one detail. The central idea is technology improves communication, but excessive dependence on it can create social problems. That's what you need to preserve. 4. Separate important ideas from details. This is where many students make mistakes. Look at this sentence. Allie went to the market on Monday morning at 9 o'clock wearing a blue shirt and bought 3 books from a small shop near the railway station. Do we need every detail? No. If the main point is simply that Allie bought books, most of those details are unnecessary. So we can write, Allie went to the market and bought some books. We have reduced the sentence without destroying its basic meaning. That's exactly what you do in precise writing. 5. Remove repetition. Writers sometimes express the same idea more than once. For example, he was extremely tired. He was completely exhausted after the long journey. We don't need both sentences. We can write, he was exhausted after the long journey. One clear sentence replaces repetition. Remember, precise writing means economy of words. Say more with fewer words. 6. Remove examples when they are not essential. Suppose a passage says, many modern devices, such as smartphones, tablets, laptops, and smartwatches, have changed the way people communicate. If the examples aren't essential to the main argument, you can write, modern technology has changed the way people communicate. The examples are removed, but the main idea remains. 7. Rewrite in your own words. This is extremely important. Don't simply copy the original passage. Change the structure and vocabulary where appropriate. For example, original, education plays a vital role in the development of a nation. Your version, education is essential for national development. Same meaning, different expression. But be careful. Don't replace words with difficult synonyms just to sound intelligent. Your goal is clear English, not complicated English. 8. Maintain the original meaning. This is another important rule. Suppose the original passage says, technology can be useful when used responsibly. You should not write technology is always beneficial. Why? Because the original contains a condition when used responsibly. You have changed the meaning. A precise should be shorter, not different. 9. Use the correct person and tense. Generally, maintain the tense and point of view of the original passage unless the task requires otherwise. If the passage discusses something in the past, don't randomly change everything into the present. Also, pay attention to pronouns. If the original says students should manage their time effectively, don't change the meaning by writing teachers should manage students' time. That's a completely different idea. 10. Choosing the title. Now comes another important part, the title. Your title should express the central idea of the passage. Don't make it too long. For example, if the passage is about the importance of reading, possible titles are The Importance of Reading or Benefits of Reading. Both are short and relevant. Avoid titles like Why Reading Books is One of the Most Important Activities That Every Student Should Do Every Day. That's not a good, precise title. Keep it short. 11. Let's solve an example. Now let's practice. Listen carefully. Here is our original passage. Reading is one of the most effective ways of developing knowledge. It introduces people to new ideas, improves vocabulary, and strengthens their ability to understand different perspectives. Students who develop a regular reading habit often perform better academically because they can understand complex information more easily. Reading also provides relaxation and allows people to explore subjects beyond their everyday experiences. However, the benefits of reading depend on choosing useful material and reading with attention. Now, how do we make a precis? First, what is the main idea? The passage is mainly about the benefits of reading. Now let's remove unnecessary details. The passage mentions knowledge, new ideas, vocabulary, different perspectives, academic performance, complex information, relaxation, new experiences. We don't necessarily need every individual point. We can combine related ideas. For example, reading develops knowledge, vocabulary, and understanding. Much shorter. Now let's create our final precise. Precise, reading is an effective way to increase knowledge, improve language skills, and develop understanding. It can also support academic performance, broaden perspectives, and provide relaxation. However, readers should choose useful material and read attentively to gain the greatest benefits. Title: The Benefits of Reading. Notice what happened. The original passage was much longer, but we kept its central message. That's the skill of precise writing. 12. Common mistakes. Now let's look at 5 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Copying the passage. Don't copy the entire passage and simply delete a few sentences. Understand it first, then rewrite it. Mistake 2, adding your opinion. If the passage says, social media has changed communication, don't write, I think social media is destroying society. That's your opinion, not the writer's message. Mistake 3, keeping every example. Examples are useful for understanding, but they may not be necessary in the precise. Keep them only when they are essential to the main argument. Mistake 4, making it too short. Remember, a precise is short, but it must still contain the essential meaning. If you remove half the important ideas, you haven't written a good precise. You've written an incomplete summary. Mistake 5, using difficult vocabulary. Don't think more difficult words equals better precise. No, a good precise uses simple, precise, and meaningful language. 13. The 30-second checklist. Before submitting your precise, ask yourself 5 questions. Number 1, did I understand the main idea? Number 2, did I remove unnecessary details? Number 3, did I use my own words? Number 4, did I preserve the original meaning? Number 5, is my title short and relevant? If the answer to all 5 is yes, your precise is probably on the right track. Final recap. So remember this formula. Read, understand the passage, identify, find the central idea, remove, delete repetition, examples, and unnecessary details, rewrite, use clear and concise language in your own words, check, make sure the original meaning is still there, and finally, Precis equals shorter form plus same essential meaning. If you want to improve your English writing for exams, don't just watch lessons, practice. Take one long paragraph every day and reduce it to a short, meaningful paragraph. That's how your writing becomes clearer, faster, and more precise. If this lesson helped you, subscribe to Spoken Engvid for more practical English lessons, vocabulary, writing skills, and exam focused English. I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep learning, keep improving.